For today's Free Kids cooking class, we are going to be making puppy chow 2 ways. So we are going to end up with the traditional puppy chow, and we are going to end up with chocolate puppy chow. So the first thing to do is to get a really big bowl. Okay, so here's the big bowl, and I'm going to put in 8 cups of Chex cereal, any kind. So I'm just using rice Chex, that's what I've got, and I'm going to put in 8 cups. Okay, I'm gonna open my bag. Okay, so I have a big pitcher here, and this will measure 8 cups, but of course you can use anything you want to measure it, right? You can use your 1 cup measuring cup, whatever you have. Woo! Okay, got a little extra, that's okay. Okay, so we're done with our Chex, so we can put that to the side. Okay, so now we have all of our Chex. Put that to the side. Okay, so hopefully you can see, I'll just put it right there. And then we need 2 other bowls. And in one bowl you're gonna put powdered sugar, and in the other bowl you're gonna put brownie mix. So this is how you're gonna get 2 different flavors of puppy chow. So we're gonna do, let me get my brownie mix. Okay, so I'm going to open this up. And then the recipe calls for 1 cup of brownie mix. So I'm just going to measure out 1 cup. If you get a little extra, it's okay. Not going to hurt the recipe. Okay, so there we go. It's 1 cup, and now we're done our brownie mix, so we can put that to the side as well. Okay, and then we're going to do the same thing. So I'll put my brownie mix over here. We're going to do the same thing with our powdered sugar. We need 1 cup of powdered sugar into our bowl. Okay, so this is what I'm going to do. My 1 cup measuring cup is dirty, right? It's got a little chocolate in it. So I'm going to tap that off. So there's a little less chocolate on it. This is just because I want to reuse my cup. I don't want to get another one dirty. So I'm not going to dig it in there to measure. Instead, I'm going to take a spoon and I'm going to put my powdered sugar in the 1 cup measuring cup so that it doesn't get chocolate in my powdered sugar. And then I'll put my powdered sugar in my bowl. And now we're done with this. Okay, so you're done with your powdered sugar as well. So I'll move that off again just to make some space. So now we have all 3 of our bowls. Okay, we have our Chex Mix, we have our powdered sugar bowl, and we have our brownie mix bowl. Now, just as a note, I am using bowls that have lids for both the brownie mix and the powdered sugar, which is going to be helpful later. So if you have lids to your bowls, I'd recommend getting them. Okay, so now we need to melt. We're going to be melting chocolate chips and peanut butter together. So I have creamy peanut butter, and then I have my chocolate chips. And we are going to measure 1.5 cups of chocolate chips. All right, and this is what I'm going to be melting my chocolate in. You can melt your chocolate in anything that you have that is a microwavable bowl. So this, I just know, melts chocolate really well. This is also the thing I used to cook the ground beef, if you guys have watched those episodes. It melts the chocolate really well, and it does it quickly. So that's what I'm going to use it, why I'm going to use it. So I need 1.5 cups of chocolate chips. So again, I'm using a pitcher for this, and I'm just going to measure out 1.5 cups. Okay, roll to my... Okay, so that looks pretty good. Okay, so I have my 1.5 cups chocolate chips, and now we're done with our chocolate chips, so I can move those off to the side as well. Okay, so now we need 1/2 cup, so not 1, just 1/2 cup. 1/2 cup peanut butter, so I'm getting my 1/2 cup measuring cup here, and then we're going to get a spatula. Okay, sorry, dropped the first spatula. Got a new one, okay. So now we need a half cup of peanut butter. So I'm gonna use my spatula to measure that out. It's just easier for me to use a spatula to get peanut butter out of a big jar like this. But of course, grab a spoon, grab whatever you have, whatever you want to use. And just keep putting it in there until you have a full half cup. Okay, so there we go. So I've got a half of a cup peanut butter. I'm gonna put that in with my chocolate. We're gonna melt them together. It's gonna be yummy. All right, now we put it in the microwave for 30 seconds at a time. So I feel like we do this on almost every show. We always melt our chocolate and our butter and everything else we melt in intervals so it doesn't burn. So we do 30 seconds at a time, then we stir it, and then we keep doing that until it's completely melted. Okay, so while that is in the microwave, we are going to prepare our cookie sheets. So you need 2 cookie sheets. You're gonna end up using one for your brownie puppy chow and one for your regular puppy chow, the powdered sugar kind. You're gonna cover it with parchment paper. Or if you don't have parchment paper, you can use wax paper. This is just to help it not stick to the cookie sheet while it's cooling. Okay, so we're just gonna check. Now remember, we're gonna end up stirring and then microwaving it again. Okay, so this is what it looks like. It almost looks like nothing has happened, right? My peanut butter is a little bit more melty than it was, but even if it doesn't look like anything has happened, stir it up, right? You gotta move those chocolate chips around. That is the whole point. Okay, so I stirred it up a little bit. Now I'm gonna put it back in the microwave for another 30 seconds. Okay, so when your puppy chow is done, we're gonna mix it up in these bowls that we've prepared. And when it's done, you're gonna put powdered sugar on one and brownie on the other. And so you need 2 cookie sheets, of course, and you also need to be able to spread it out so it cools and it doesn't spread in big lumps. That's why we're doing the cookie sheet part. So this is all we needed to do was prepare them. So I'm gonna put our cookie sheets to the side. Okay, so here we go. So this is what it looks like now. And then I'm just going to mix it up again, right? We mix every single time. And now, right before I mixed it, it didn't really look like very much had happened. It didn't look like my chocolate was melting that much. But in fact, it has. This also really helps mix the peanut butter in. So I'm gonna show you mine in a second when I'm done mixing. I'm trying to get all that peanut butter incorporated into the chocolate. Okay? So now you can see that it's basically done, right? There's just a little bit of chocolate chips left in there that haven't completely melted. So I'm gonna put this back in the microwave for about 10 or 15 seconds. All right, so I'm gonna get my lids ready. I need my lids. And then I'm just gonna we're gonna put all of that chocolate and peanut butter in the Chex Mix bowl. So I'm getting that one right here, ready to go. Okay, so we're gonna mix it up one more time. Just make sure everything is incorporated. It looks perfect. Okay, so now I have completely smooth chocolate, right? There's no little lumps at all. So now I'm gonna put all of this chocolate in with the Chex Mix. And we're gonna mix it up as best we can so that we get chocolate peanut butter mix on absolutely all of the Chex Mix pieces. That is the goal. So So I put a bunch of chocolate on the top here. You can see that. Now I'm gonna mix a little bit because now I can get chocolate on some of those bottom pieces, right? And we are gonna mix it, but this just kind of helps, right? Helps get stuff all over, so it's a little easier to mix. Now get as much chocolate out as you can. Use a nice good spatula because you're gonna want it all. Now you do kind of have to work quickly because you need the chocolate to stay warm, otherwise this won't work. So mix it as best you can. Get chocolate on everything. Keep mixing till it looks like it's all coated. Okay, so now mine looks like it's pretty much all coated, right? So I'm gonna take half of my puppy chow, or my mix here. It's not quite puppy chow yet. I'm gonna take half of it and put it in my brownie bowl. And I'm gonna take the other half of it and put it in my powdered sugar bowl. Looks like I had a little extra. I'm trying to make it as even as I can. So I'll put a little more in the brownie bowl. Now, take your bowl and take your lid. Put your lids on. I'm going to do both my lids really quick. Oh, a little extra guy right here. Okay, I've got both my lids on. Now you just shake your bowl, right? That's how you're gonna coat it with whatever you put in, brownie mix or powdered sugar. So shake, shake, shake. Okay, and I'll do the same thing for the powdered sugar bowl. Okay, let's see how it looks. Oh, looks great. Totally coated. So delicious. Okay, let's check the brownies. Ooh, okay. So there are a couple spots, right? You can see that there's like it's a little darker over here. Not quite as coated. So you can either just put your lid back on and shake it again, which is what I'm gonna do. Or you can mix it a little bit with a spoon, right? Just to try and get some of those pieces coated. So I'm just gonna shake it again. Yeah, see, already looks better. Same thing, I'll shake this one more time, just to get it as coated as I can. And that is how you make puppy chow. So easy, so delicious. I hope you enjoyed today's show. Thanks for watching.